Who wants a centre back? Who wants a centre back? Do you want a centre back? Do you want a centre back? Who wants a centre back? Do you want one? Centre back? Do you want a centre back? It's like an auction. Who wants a centre back? I mean, well, we got one. You're saying we've already got one, Eunice. We already got. Yeah, I know that. Do you want another one? Let's have another one. Why not? Why not? Why just get one when you can get two? Right? Do you want another? Let's get another. Let's get another one. Do you want me to show you? Here it is. John Stones has a willingness to join Chelsea. He is appealed by Xabi Alonso, and he has always had a soft spot for Chelsea, having come fairly close to joining them some years back. Indeed, that is true. Quite a few years ago, actually. But he was close, apparently, in joining Chelsea, and then last minute, it never happened. Let me tell you, word on the street, an agreement's in place. Xabi Alonso's already spoken of him. And the thing is, there's a trend going on in this window. The trend in this window is, when Xabi Alonso picks up the phone, well, it's a wrap. Every single guy he's picked up the phone to is joining Chelsea Football Club. John Stones is no different. Word on the street, agreement in place. So we're just waiting for the formalities to go through, and then you're going to start getting the here we goes. And, well, I say here we goes. Have you seen what's happened tonight? I'm going to speak about this on Eunice Talks Football, I think, because we're going to talk about Diomande. But because of Diomande, we've got a Twitter war between the top journalists. Yeah? We've got Florian Plettenberg versus Fabrizio Romano. We've got Ben Jacobs in the corner of Fabrizio, and we've got David Ornstein in the corner of Florian Plettenberg. Triple H, I have a brand new main event for SummerSlam. I know the ratings have been low. People are angry. People are not happy at the WWE product at the moment. Me included. TKO have ruined the flipping thing. Well, you can save it by getting Florian Plettenberg versus Fabrizio Romano to take place in a steel cage, yeah, at SummerSlam. Triple H, you know what to do. Now, John Stones, I think would be a quality signing. But it's like I've said in the past. If John Stones joins Chelsea, there's no use for someone like Tosin. We still need to get moves away for Tosin, Badiashile, Disasi, and look, even Trev, who's going to be leaving at some point very, very, very soon. We know this, but these guys are all going to be swiftly moved on. Lacroix brought in, John Stones. Experience in the locker room, flipping. Now I need to get the US influence of the World Cup out of my head now, man. Flipping, hydration breaks and all of that. I need it gone. I need it flipping gone. But you get the gist, right? You get the gist. In the dressing room, yeah, we call it a dressing room because that's what it is. But in a dressing room, very nice to have and can still play, especially in the back three. At that point, you could consider who's playing in the middle. Lacroix, like originally seemed like it was intended, or do you think John Stones would? I reckon John Stones. Lacroix is a bit younger, he's more prime, he can do the physical, but John Stones, I think, just there for the middle, I think would be fantastic. But anyway, that's that. That could be our back three. Colwill, Stones, Lacroix. You see, now we're talking. Yeah? Just talk about Badiashile, Disasi, Tosin, and all these men then. And then you compare to what I just said. Levels. This is what we've been waiting for.
Bruno Guimarães interests me most of all. I'm going to start there. Because the great Eddie was talking yesterday after a game against Gateshead, in which he said, I've had a lot of good conversations with Bruno and we're talking all the time, and but I don't know what's going to happen. Which didn't actually fill me with great confidence that he's going to be staying around.
Yeah, I think Eddie Howe realises that, one, these conversations are taking place above him, and two, Newcastle United do not want a repeat of the Alexander Isak saga. Now, I want to be clear, I don't mean that Bruno Guimarães is going to act like Alexander Isak. What I mean by that is it's going to drag on all summer, and there's a desire from Newcastle to be active in the market and have clarity, and there's a realisation that perhaps if this number starts with an 80 million or above, this deal could be sanctioned. And yet within Newcastle, there's been frustration, and it's tough to cover because sources close to Arsenal and the player say that any bidding coming imminently is going to be the third approach. And I'm actually told it will be above 70 million rather than at 70 million, whereas Newcastle United sources deny any kind of offer so far. And as a consequence, there is now a need for Arsenal, regardless of backstory, to walk through the front door, to start formal talks, to make a direct offer. And if they do that, I think there's a realistic chance that this one gets done, and maybe even a little bit quicker than some people expect.
Something fundamental is shifting in West London this summer. While most of the transfer narrative has revolved around mega money additions and attacking flair, Stamford Bridge is quietly orchestrating a move that could completely redefine their defensive foundation for the upcoming campaign. John Stones is officially a free agent after closing his chapter at Manchester City. While initial chatter suggested the club was downplaying interest, internal discussions have rapidly accelerated into concrete dialogue. A short-term, 2-year deal is on the table, and the player himself is increasingly open to making Stamford Bridge his new home. Why is this happening now? Because Chelsea's defensive unit lacks one specific element that money alone hasn't been able to purchase: serial winning experience and high-level tactical intelligence from the back line. To understand why Chelsea are moving so aggressively, we first have to examine the situation in Manchester. For nearly a decade at Etihad Stadium, Stones didn't just play centre-back, he redefined what an English defender could do in a possession-dominant system. He pioneered the hybrid, roll into midfield, role that gave Pep Guardiola the tactical superiority to dominate domestic and European competitions. However, football moves quickly. Following the end of his contract post-World Cup, both parties reached a natural conclusion. At 32, Stones arrives at a pivotal career junction. He remains physically elite when managed correctly, possesses world-class distribution, but requires a system that maximizes his football IQ rather than taxing him across 60 games a year. For a club like Chelsea, picking up a multiple Premier League and Champions League winner without paying a transfer fee represents incredible strategic value in an inflated market. Let's talk tactics, because this isn't just about collecting big names, it's about fixing structural flaws. Over the past year, Chelsea's backline has experienced notable turnover and profile adjustments. Young centre-backs bring athleticism and high ceilings, but in tight, high-pressure Premier League matches, composure in build-up play has occasionally faltered under aggressive pressing setups. Enter John Stones. When you break down his underlying metrics, his primary value isn't just winning aerial duels, it's his ability to break lines under severe pressure. By bringing Stones into the setup, Chelsea gain an elite orchestrator from the back, someone who can direct traffic, guide younger defenders alongside him, and instantly elevate the team's ability to play out from deep against high-pressing sides. Ever since Thiago Silva's departure, Chelsea have searched for a true defensive general. Young squads possess incredible enthusiasm, but during difficult moments in matches, you need a calm presence who has navigated every pressure cooker environment in elite football. Stones has played in World Cup semi-finals, European Championship finals, and Champions League finals. He understands how to control the tempo of a match when a team is under siege, knowing when to draw a foul, when to play long, and when to slow the game down. Reports indicate that senior dressing room leaders, including Captain Reece James and international teammate Cole Palmer, have been vocal advocates for adding experienced figures into the squad dynamics this summer. Adding a figure who has won it all creates an immediate standard in training daily. From a financial perspective, this move allows Chelsea to maintain flexibility while still addressing a crucial squad need. The Blues have spent heavily to rebuild key areas of the pitch, making efficient market decisions critical elsewhere. While negotiations continue for long-term targets like Crystal Palace's Maxence Lacroix, who carries a price tag well north of £50 million, securing Stones on a free transfer provides immediate, top-tier quality without blowing past squad budgetary limits.